Shalom. Shalom. That's what I started by saying. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, paid salutations to hopeful elect, and the argument spread the truth from the four corners of the earth. My name is Ashala. This is going to be a quick in transit, just to show you that Esau Edom is not done away with, He's still here today. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, I want to start off in Genesis 25, just showing you, or giving you some characteristics to who Esau Edom is, and through the process of elimination, we're going to narrow it down. This is Genesis 25. This is this is verse 23. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So this is Rebecca going to inquire. Rebecca inquired of the Lord to wonder why she was having these struggling birth pains. And the Lord responded and said, two nations are in that womb. Two separate manner, two manner of people shall be separated from that bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and his name was called Slakin, and they called his name Esau. So when Esau came out, he came out red. He came out translucent. He came out with his flesh and his veins being seen through his skin. No melanin. That's why he said. That's why he came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And his name was called Esau. And Hebrew, that word Esau is Isashwa, which means wasted away is he. What was wasted is pigmentation, because he came out red. Now, when you look up so-called white babies being born, when they come out with their blood vessels. They come out with their blood being shown forth through their skin. They come out wasted of pigmentation. Because you can see the blood through their skin. Verse 26, and it says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. His name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. They didn't give a description on Jacob. Jacob looked like everyone else. So moving on. Just jumping into verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tents. So we're just going to harp on Esau. It says Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And through process of elimination, it's the so-called white man. White man takes great pride and joy in being that cunning hunter, in all 4 seasons, he makes sure that there's a hunting sport, that there's game going on where he can go out and show his skill, when it comes to hunting, And he goes above and beyond when he comes to hunting, covering himself in deer piss, even dressing himself up as a deer, making these camouflage tents in the trees, putting bear shit all over him, to kill his scent, to blend it with the environment, These are the things that the so-called white man does when hunting, jumping down. I'm just trying to hit these key points. Verse 29, and Jacob, let's go verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his medicine, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Jacob saw a cottage, and Esau came from the field and was faint. So Jacob was mixing up, his pottage, making his pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was about ready to die. He was about ready to give up the ghost. And Esau said unto Jacob, feed me, I pray thee with that. Verse 30, and Esau said unto Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. So Esau begged Jacob, like, hey man, give me that food right now. Let me get that food right now because I'm about to die. I need something, man. And mind you, it said that this pottage was red. It wasn't fully cooked. And that's how the so-called white man likes his food. You go to the don't catch him at a steakhouse, because he'll get a steak, throw it on the grill, literally set 2-minute timers on it, flip it, and indulge it, I've seen it happen with my own eyes, like this man likes his meats, very rare, bloody, Another characteristic showing that Esau is so-called white, So jumping to 27, we're going to jump all the way down. Verse 38. Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered unto him and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. So his father blessed him with the fatness of the earth, with the abundance of this earth. And you look at looking at it today, it's a so-called white man that has all of this in abundance. That's that has all of the world's resources stored up at his what am I trying to say? It's a so-called white man that has all the resources stored up. He has the wealth. He has the best. So-called Rothschild, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts. So forth on the elite bankers of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. They own everything. Nothing. They're like super trillionaires, man. when it comes to the wealth, when it comes to uh, uh, running this society, running this world, they have the fatness of it, Verse 40, it says, "And by thy sword shalt thou live, thou shalt serve thy brother, it shall come to pass, and thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." And it says, "And thou shalt live by the it says, "And by thy sword thou shalt live." It's the so-called white man today who lives by that sword. Sword being your modern day weapon, guns. Uh, 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 Instruments of destruction. So-called missiles, man, and all this, hydrogen bombs and shit. Like it's the so-called white man that takes pride and joy in showing off his weapons. Showing what he can do with his weapons. Since America's been established. Since America's been established by the so-called white man, and I think it said 253 or 56 years out of the 250 years, it's been in war 243. I'm kind of I'm kind of off on the numbers, but it says it's been in war 93%, over 93%. Since America's been since America has been under the rulership of the so-called white man. So he lives and he dies by his sword. It's the modern day weapon. So my next precept, I wanted to go to Malachi 1. Malachi 1 and Malachi 1:4 says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shai of hosts. They shall build, I will go down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. And the people whom the Lord Yahweh Shai have indignation forever. And this is showing that it's talking about the nation of Edom. Because it says we are impoverished, not he is impoverished. We are impoverished, And it says, but we will return and rebuild the desolate places. Which they do that, they did that in the Renaissance era. The Renaissance meaning rebirth. It was bound for that 1,000-year period according to Revelations 20. But when they came back, they rebuilt. And it says, thus said the Lord Yahweh shall host, they shall build, I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So wherever Esau and Edom goes, so the white man goes, he spreads wickedness. Let's go to Job 9:24. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So there's no way Esau Edom can be done away with. It says that the world was given into his hand. We found out who the wicked was in Malachi 1:4. Esau Edom. And then when you even go and look up the judges, look up the prophets, look up Jeremiah, look up Ezra, look up Isaiah, look up the Messiah, look up the Heavenly Father, what they call God, they change the faces of the judges thereof. We're gonna find images of so-called white so-called white people, as these figures. So there's no way that Esau Edom could be done away with, But they still will be, though. We can head to that Obadiah. Obadiah, let's get the last verse. Let's get Obadiah 1 and 18. And it says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, which is the southern kingdom, and in the house of Joseph a flame, which is the northern kingdom, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. There shall be none remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh shall have spoken it. Now this has not came to pass yet. With the precepts that I have brought up before, Esau Edom is still around today, but this is going to come to pass. This is going to happen to so-called white man Esau Edom. In the near future. But I want to hit this. Ecclesiastes 4. Ecclesiastes 4 and 16 says, there is no end to all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Right. So there is no end of all. There is no end of all the people. All the people in this book, all the people on this earth, there is no end to it. They're going to keep coming back. Even of all that have been before them. So Esau Edom has to be here today. He's a so-called white man. I want to end it. With the second Ezra 6. Second Ezra 6. Let me start at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So this is Ezra's inquiring. When is the kingdom gonna come? When are we gonna be in creation? And the angel said, verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau has to still be here today. Because if he's not, then Jacob is the so-called Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, will be in rulership. The kingdom, we would be in our kingdom, but we're not. We're the last hire, first fire, man. First fire, last hire. Getting fucked up in this society, man. So Esau Edom is here today, The world has not ended yet, And through process of elimination, through these precepts, we know that Esau Edom is the so-called white man today. The wicked that the earth has been giving, the wicked who the earth has been given unto. So hopefully that was edifying. I just want to end off by saying, "Call Layam La Yahweh Bahashem Yahshai Bahashem Kakadash Tawada Tawad." Sloppy. I want to now by shit outside for putting spread on me. Want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and citation of the legend. Shalom.